Hello students, welcome to the fifth video lecture on the topic transition and inner transition elements. In last video, we saw trends in atomic and ionic radii, ionization enthalpy, metallic character, melting point, etc. Today in this video I am going to explain magnetic properties of transition elements, color shown by transition elements, and then catalytic properties of transition elements. So let us start with magnetic properties. Substances which are attracted in applied magnetic field are called paramagnetic. Substances which are attracted in applied magnetic field are called paramagnetic. Substances which are repelled in applied magnetic field are called diamagnetic. Metals like iron, cobalt, nickel are strongly attracted in magnetic field. Metals like iron, cobalt, nickel are strongly attracted in magnetic field. They acquire permanent magnetic moment. Therefore, they are called as ferromagnetic. They acquire permanent magnetic moment. So magnetic moment is due to presence of unpaired electron. Every unpaired electron contributes to magnetic moment. Magnetic moment is due to spin angular momentum and orbital angular momentum of the electron. Magnetic moment is due to spin angular momentum and orbital angular momentum of the unpaired electron. In first transition series, orbital angular momentum is neglected. So, magnetic moment is equal to mu is equal to under root of n into n plus 2 Bohr magneton. Magnetic moment is calculated by this formula. Mu is equal to under root of n into n plus 2, and magnetic moment is expressed in Bohr magneton. Where n is equal to number of unpaired electrons. Now you see, I am going to write here argon. 3 d orbitals I represent here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this is 4s. This is 3D subcells, and this is 4s subcell. Here is one electron, second, third, fourth, and fifth, Now you see, magnetic moment depends upon number of unpaired electrons present in atom or ion. Now for this ion, magnetic moment mu is calculated like this. Mu is equal to under root of 5 unpaired electrons are present, therefore 5, substitute n is equal to 5 into 5 plus 2, that is equal to under root of 5 plus 2, 7 into 5, 35, square root of 35, that is equal to 5.92 Bohr magneton. So in this way, magnetic moment can be calculated. Remember, magnetic moment is determined experimentally. There is slight difference in the calculated magnetic moment and observed magnetic moment. There is slight difference in calculated magnetic moment and observed magnetic moment. You can calculate magnetic moment by using this formula, and remember, this formula is used for only first transition series, for spin angular momentum only. In second and third transition series, this formula is not useful, because in second and transition series, the contribution of angular momentum is very large. Again, magnetic moment depends upon temperature also. So this is about magnetic moment or magnetic properties of transition series. After completion of this, I am going to explain next point. In question paper, the question may be asked like this: what is the magnetic moment of following ion, or calculate the magnetic moment of following ion. MCQ type question or direct question can be asked on this article. So the next point is color. So remember, most of the transition metals are colored. Transition metals having configuration D1, D2, D3, D4, D5, D6, D7, D8, D9 are colored. Transition metals having configuration D1, D2, D3, D4, D5, D6, D7, D8, D9 are colored. Remember, those atoms containing unpaired d electrons are colored. Atoms or ions containing unpaired d electrons are colored, whereas systems having D0 or D10 configuration are colorless. They are colorless. So this ज्या ॲटम किंवा आयनचं कॉन्फिगरेशन D0 किंवा D10 असं असतंय ते कलरलेस असतात. Color of the substance depends upon number of unpaired electrons present in the n-1 d orbital. n-1 d orbital. It also depends upon d-d transitions. d-d transitions. It also depends upon charge transfer from ligand to metal ion. Charge transfer from ligand to metal ion. हे पहा, लिगॅंड म्हणजे काय, कॉम्प्लेक्स म्हणजे काय, हे आपण कोऑर्डिनेशन केमिस्ट्री या टॉपिकमध्ये शिकणार आहात. तर लिगॅंड कोणत्या टाईपचा आहे त्याच्यावरती सुद्धा कोऑर्डिनेशन कंपाऊंडचा कलर अवलंबून असतो. त्याच पद्धतीनं कॉम्प्लेक्स कोणत्या टाईपचा आहे त्याच्यावरती सुद्धा कंपाऊंडचा कलर अवलंबून असतो. When visible light falls on colored metal surface or colored surface, when visible light falls on surface of metal atom or ion, some part of light is absorbed and some part of light is transmitted. Some part of light is transmitted. The color of the substance due to color of the transmitted light. The color of transmitted light is complementary color of the absorbed light. The color of transmitted light is the complementary color of the absorbed light. The complementary color can be represented with the help of this diagram. This is one triangle. This is another triangle. This is a diagram. Here is R, O, Y, G, B and V. Remember, like Roy GBV, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, violet. If red color is absorbed, then the compound appears green. If green color is absorbed, compound appears red. Red and green are complementary colors. They are diagonally opposite. Orange and blue are diagonally opposite. Violet and yellow are diagonally opposite. So in this way, the color of transition element can be explained. So the color depends upon number of unpaired electrons present in the d subcell. It also depends upon DD type of transition and charge transfer. It depends upon nature of ligand. What is ligand? You are going to study in coordination chemistry. Color also depends upon geometry of the complex. So this is about color of transition elements. Most of the transition elements are colored. Look here, I am going to write one compound, cobalt chloride. This is one compound. When it is added in water, it acquires pink color. The pink color is due to formation of this complex COH2O 6 times 2 plus. This H2O is ligand. This complex is produced. Due to formation of this complex, the compound appears pink in color. It is octahedral complex. When concentrated HCl is added, the complex is converted into another complex COCl4 2 minus, and this is violet in color. This is tetrahedral complex. And this is octahedral complex. Remember, this is permanganate ion. Cr2O7 2 minus is dichromate ion. CrO4 minus is chromate ion. Minus 2 is chromate ion. These are colored. The color is due to charge transfer from oxygen to metal. So this is about color of transition elements. If any doubts, then you can ask me. After studying this, I am going to explain next property. So you know that substances which are used in the reaction to increase the rate of the reaction are called catalyst. Substances which are added in the reaction to increase the rate of chemical reaction are called as catalyst. So now I am going to explain catalytic properties. Now you see, transition metals and their compounds acts as catalyst. transition metals and their compounds act as catalyst. Nickel, platinum, palladium, iron, cobalt, these are catalysts. In homogeneous catalysis, transition elements form unstable intermediates. In heterogeneous catalysis, transition metals provide larger surface area for the reactants to react. In heterogeneous catalysis, transition elements provide larger surface area for the reactants to react. सो परीक्षेत प्रश्न काय विचारतील पहा, कोणता कॅटॅलिस्ट कशासाठी वापरतात? दिस इज पोटॅशियम क्लोरेट. हे पोटॅशियम क्लोरेट हीट केल्यानंतर ऑक्सिजन मिळतोय. पोटॅशियम क्लोरेट ऑन हीटिंग गिव्स ऑक्सिजन. So to increase the rate of this reaction, manganese dioxide MnO2 is used as catalyst. NH3, that is ammonia, is prepared by Haber's process. In this process, iron with molybdenum is used as catalyst. Thorium or cobalt thorium is used in Fischer-Tropsch reaction to synthesis gasoline, which is a petrol gasoline. Cobalt thorium alloy is used in Fischer-Tropsch process to synthesize gasoline. This is ethylene gas. Hydrogenation of ethylene is carried out in presence of nickel catalyst. CS3 single bond CS3 is formed. So nickel is used as catalyst in hydrogenation of ethylene. When hydrogen is passed through oil, hydrogenation of oil is carried out in presence of finely divided nickel catalyst to get convert into fat. ऑइलचं फॅटमध्ये कन्व्हर्जन करण्यासाठी फाइनली डिवाइडेड निकेल याचा उपयोग करतात. त्यानंतर H2SO4 is prepared by contact process. Sulfuric acid is prepared by contact process. This is sulfur dioxide plus oxygen it forms sulfur trioxide. Platinized asbestos. Platinized asbestos is used as catalyst. In the preparation of H2SO4 by contact process. This is carbon monoxide plus H2O. Steam. This is steam. Carbon monoxide is converted into carbon dioxide and hydrogen gas. In this reaction, iron with chromium is used as catalyst. So these are some important catalysts used for the conversion in different reactions. So MnO2 is used as catalyst in decomposition of potassium chlorate. In Haber's process for synthesis of ammonia, iron with molybdenum is used as catalyst. Cobalt thorium alloy is used in Fischer-Tropsch synthesis to prepare gasoline, petrol. In hydrogenation of ethylene or in hydrogenation of oil, finely divided nickel is used as catalyst. In contact process for the synthesis of sulfuric acid, platinized asbestos is used as catalyst. To convert carbon monoxide into carbon dioxide, iron chromium is used as catalyst. So this is about first we saw magnetic properties, then color, and then catalytic properties. So today I am going to stop here. We shall continue or we study some more properties in next period. Thanks for watching till the end. Thank you so much.